Hello, welcome to another YouTube tutorial. In today's video we're going to cover double gas into biotank in TvT specifically. This opener is a little bit different than maybe some of the other double gas builds you've seen in the past. It's more optimized with our gas timings, so our gas timings are going to be a little bit later than you're familiar with. This build opens, instead of gas first, it'll open 16 racks, 16 gas, then 17 gas.
보급고가 부족합니다.
Just like so. If you're going to scout in TvT, 17 is the time to do it. So that's optional with this build, however. It's really just up to you and how comfortable you feel microing against, proxies and such. Not a lot going on in the first stages of the game with this build. However, it's really important that you mineral boost as much as you can to get the most effective mining. Reaper orbital, then supply depot. Rally the worker that's building the depot back into your gas geyser. And when you're at 80 gas, pull 3 workers off of the gas and send one of them to go build your factory. This factory is going to fill a little bit later than maybe what you're used to, but it's fine. You'll still get a pretty timely Hellion. Not to worry. Rally that first SCV out of the orbital down to your natural. It's going to build our command center. You'll see that we have just enough gas to start another Reaper. The Reaper that pops first can go scout for proxies if you did an SCV scout. And we're going to get a command center as fast as 217, a whole 7 seconds faster than the other way of doing double gas. So once you're at 15 out of 16, start rallying back into gas. You're going to go up to 2 Reapers and 1 Hellion, and then build a supply depot. Around 245, you're going to want to build a starport. Mine's a little bit late in this replay. Go ahead and add-on swap. And the barracks is just going to chill for a while. It's not going to make a tech lab. The starport will make it. Build a refinery. I use the SCV that builds our 3rd depot to make the refinery at the natural base. So what I was saying, oh actually one second. So when it reaches it right about now, 325, go ahead and pull up to your ramp with your units. And this is because if they come across a 3 per 2 Hellion, they're going to overpower you. But you have such a fast cyclone that it's a really short window for them. Oh, I was going to say, with the starport, the reason we build a tech lab on it first, rather than having a barracks build a tech lab then swapping, is because you just don't have enough gas to build a Raven right away if you do it that way. Around 4 minutes, 4 minutes 10, get your 3rd command center. Really nice and early with this build, it's quite nice. You can send that 2nd cyclone to maybe patrol for liberators, any starport units or drops. Once our 2nd Raven is started, we're going to start a reactor on the barracks. So that way they time out. Once the starport is done making both Ravens, it can swap onto the barracks add-on. Right about this time, we're going to want to get 2 engineering bays. I did forget to mention that you want to get your 4th gas as soon as your 3rd gas finishes.
완성.
건설로봇 준비 완료.
Rally those 2 SCVs that are building the engineering bays to go and build your barracks. We're going to add-on swap with the starport and barracks, orbital, 2 Vikings, then stim.
건설로봇 준비 완료.
Then we're going to get our next 2 barracks.
연료 채웠습니다. 준비 완료. 건설로봇 준비 완료. 건설로봇 준비 완료.
Once we have 200 gas and 200 minerals, we're going to start our
완료.
+1/+1 nice and early.
건설로봇 준비 완료. 한바탕 쓸어볼까?
Once you're at 76 supply, you want to resume your depot production.
건설로봇 준비 완료. 건설로봇 준비 완료. 갑니다. 간다고요.
Before you go to take your 3rd, you probably should send out workers to go spot on the map.
건설로봇
Not workers, sorry. You should send out units to go spot on the map. Maybe the 2 Reaper, 1 Hellion, and a couple Marines, just to get that map vision. It's really important in TvT to have that.
준비 완료. 건설로봇
I'm a little bit
준비
late to do
완료.
it this game.
붙어볼까요, 송이? 건설로봇 준비
Get 2 more additional barracks.
쓸어볼까? 건설로봇 준비 완료.
And once you've kind of established yourself at your 3rd, you probably want to go patrol for drops.
건설로봇 준비 완료. 이번엔 확실하게
Your map vision will let you know where you need to keep your
안 되겠는데요.
your sky army ultimately, though.
부속 건물 완성.
We're going to go up to 6 Vikings,
건설로봇 준비 완료.
연구
and then we're going to go medevac.
준비 완료. 장난 아닙니다.
So for now, we're still building those Vikings.
건설 갑니다. 간다고요. 건설로봇 준비 완료.
As you can see, we got our armory about when our +1/+1 is about halfway completed.
쓸어볼까? 한판 붙어볼까요, 송이?
Now we're going to go into medevac production.
건설로봇 준비 완료.
업그레이드 완료.
출동 준비.
업그레이드 완료.
이번엔 연료 채웠습니다. 준비 완료.
And we're getting nice and early +2/+2. This could allow us to have a potential window versus our opponent, because our upgrades are just so much quicker, we might be able to beat them with the big push.
건설로봇 준비 완료.
Right around 8 minutes, you want to get that 4th CC.
다음은 누구니?
부속 건물 완성.
자, 빨리 갑니다. 건설로봇 준비 완료.
You can choose to go on the map at this time with just the Marine medevac force that you have, leaving the tanks and Vikings at home,
준비 완료.
just to get a bit of extra map control.
건설로봇 준비 완료.
You should definitely already have Marine spotters on the map, though,
광맥이 고갈되었습니다.
건설로봇
광맥이 고갈되었습니다.
at least by the time you take your 3rd. I got my +1 vehicle weapons a little late this game. You can get it right as you get your +2/+2.
구성 준비 완료.
After about 2 medevacs, you don't really need more Vikings, or you don't really need more medevacs than 4. You can just go back into Viking production. I think this game I accidentally made 2 more. Not a big deal, though.
건설로봇 준비 완료. 갑니다. 간다.
The nice thing is once we finish researching Combat Shield, our 2nd factory can go line on its add-on of the barracks that had the tech lab. And then that barracks can go build a reactor,
구성 준비
and now we're producing 10 Marines instead of just 9.
광맥이
Go
고갈되었습니다.
land that 4th CC, transfer some workers.
구성 준비 완료.
준비 끝났습니다. 이번엔 확실하게.
부속 건물 완성.
And you can see that I've chosen to add on 3 barracks. That's kind of up to you what kind of follow-up you want after your 5-2-1. You can either go 5-2-3 and add on 2 more starports, or you can go up to 8 racks, which is what I like to do. I like the 8 racks because I'm a bit of an ape, and I like to make lots of bios, so that's just a personal choice you have to make about what you want to do. You can see that our upgrades are just about to finish, so we're going to head out for that timing now. See if we have a window where we can overpower the opponent. Obviously, it's the easy AI, so we're going to completely crush it. But in your own games, you can try and check the upgrades of your opponent to see if you're beating their timing. However, TvT is usually a long game, and you're not going to always win very quickly, even with this kind of a timing. It's just something to look for. But you can see we had our 2-2 right at 10 minutes, which is kind of faster than most double gas builds, I would say. And our economy is not bad either. So I feel like there's a lot of value that this build has compared to other double gas builds, at least standard macro double gas builds, just by going 16, 16, 17 with our gas timing at the start of the game. Some pros of this build is you have a lot of tech units early on. You don't have cheap marines without stim to start with. You have like quality units. That's something I really like about the build. One of the cons though is you're a little bit behind in economy compared to someone who goes Reaper FE. However, you're not significantly behind, so I wouldn't worry about it. You don't feel like you need to do lots of early damage just because they go Reaper FE. Well, that's the build. Thank you for coming. Let me know if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, and I'll see you next time.